It is with great honor that I introduce the Harvard School of Dental Medicine Class of 2019 speaker, Tom Ferlito. Tom was born and raised in North Andover, Massachusetts, and attended Bowdoin College, where he graduated with a degree in biochemistry. At HSDM, Tom is known for his extensive sports knowledge, carefree attitude, and uncanny ability to make a joke on my behalf. While at HSDM, Tom has developed his interest in dental innovation and currently has a patent pending for an appliance that influences the oral microbiome. Tom will continue his training next year at HSDM with a residency in orthodontics. His remarks are titled, "What Happened Here?" Please join me in welcoming my classmate and friend, Tom Ferlito.
Thank you, Jill, and thank you to my wonderful class for giving me this opportunity today. I was 2 years old when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and I was 12 years old when I received my first insulin pump. Being about 100 pounds, the adult needle Dr. G told me to inject in my abdomen every 3 days looked far too big to me. I soon learned to hate it. Most of the injections hurt, but I feared that one day I would really choose the wrong spot to place it. I was 13 years old when I did. Lying on the bathroom floor with the needle stuck, collapsed in pain as my birthday party carried on downstairs, I bit my finger so I wouldn't yell as I ripped it out. The worst part wasn't the pain. It was having to stand up and inject it again. I remember composing myself afterwards and apologizing to my friends for keeping them waiting. I remember how my hands would shake every 3 days thereafter. But I also remember Dr. G at my next appointment, glancing at a printout of my A1C before slamming his fist on his desk. "Mr. Thomas," he yelled, "what happened here?" And I remember I didn't answer because I didn't want to play his game. He had in fact told me once that the smart ones always have an excuse. You say, a smart one could go to Harvard and roast you at their graduation speech. My mom's cringing over there. Don't worry, I won't actually roast him today. Regardless of his opinion, this speech is not about spite, it's not about revenge, it's not about self-pity. This speech is about the nurse practitioner who cared enough to switch me to other, more suitable needles I hadn't even known existed. It's about our families and the principles they instilled in us, and it's about our mentors who showed us by example how to apply those qualities to healthcare. It's about the question my story raises of what kind of doctors we want to be. And it's about the answer we consistently gave over the past 4 years and the ways we chose to care. For us, caring started early on. We came into healthcare because we wanted to help, and we quickly realized an important nuance: the difference between caring for patients and caring about them. It happened when Marissa allowed her patient without a cell phone to make calls on hers during their appointments. When Sarah Katzen kindly informed her patient that what he was drinking out of was not the water fountain, but actually the emergency eye wash station. It happened when we educated instead of admonished, when we did not shy away from medicine apart from the mouth. And it happened because we saw each of our patients not as a single variable, not the number of cavities they had, an A1C reading on a printout, a weight on a scale, but rather as what they are, something unquantifiable that should never be confined to a single term. But we also soon realized that caring about people is tough, it's tiring. And so to continue to do so, we need to be able to care about ourselves. It's what kept us grounded, lent us perspective, and gave us things to talk about with faculty at daily afternoon tea. During our time here, we should be proud that we never lost ourselves. We were artists, musicians, food critics, athletes. Hue even ran a boxing club. We were said to be more attractive than the med students. We were mothers and fathers of both children and dogs. Dogs named Guinness, Buster, Simba, Loki, Joey, and for some reason, Duck. I apologize to the cat people. Elena has like 12 cats, so I couldn't mention them here. Shua is still surfing, Seekong is still dancing, Jill somehow still likes the New York Jets, and Babek, without question, still likes his abs. And like our view of our own patients, we never saw ourselves exclusively as doctor, but rather as what we are, something unquantifiable, something beyond healthcare, and paradoxically, we're far better healthcare providers because of it. But we also realized that to best care about ourselves and our patients, we need to be able to care about our profession too. We did this through research, volunteering, activism. We cared about numbers and demographics. Sometimes the numbers even scared us, like our debt, but sometimes they didn't at all. Just ask the 50% of future oral surgeons from our class who are female, entering a profession that is 93% male. We cared about those whom we saw the system leave behind, and we disagreed on how best to help them. In doing so, we also learned that to care about these issues, we need to be able to talk, that the echoing of ideas is dangerous, and that the creative solutions derived from the debate are, dare I say, among the essentials of our profession. And as our list of responsibilities grew ever longer, we arguably learned the most important lesson, to care about each other. We learned this through the good times and the bad, like when I dropped the denture I've been working on for months, tried to catch it, and missed. It was actually fine until I stepped on it. We relied on each other in chaotic moments like that when attending dental school felt more like attending the fire festival. We helped each other every day by sacrificing our own time to assist or clean up for someone running late. In doing so, we didn't just make it through dental school, we made dental school special together. And through all of this, we learned the importance of having support from people we love, from those who understand the challenges we face as healthcare providers. Personally, I may have lost a few hairs, but made far more friends, and I really can't imagine reaching this point without any of you guys. So far, this speech has been in the past tense, things we did, ways we cared, obstacles we overcame. But I hope you will see that the speech was never about the past. It was about the future. It was about people today and tomorrow who can't afford to smile, but do not trust anyone to care. It was about a 13-year-old kid out there somewhere now who needs help. And it was about us and what we will do for them and for our professions. We started 4 years ago as smart ones, and we became even smarter ones yet. Smarter ones who all the while cared about our patients, no excuses. But unfortunately, the world has shown us that being smart and caring is not always enough. And so as each of our names is called today, we need to decide to be something more. We need to join the ranks of our mentors and decide, as they did, to care even when money, power, and pride threaten to get in the way. And to do that, like them, we need to be brave ones too. Brave ones who turn our ideas into action, who speak our visions into truth. Brave ones who care with a backbone, who stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. Brave ones who seek out the darkest corners of our world, our profession, who stare down those who thrive there, those who hear us coming even now, and who ask them in an unwavering voice, what happened here?